Alright, well, that's done. Influence fame. Boopity bop. Cool. Rank up. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and see our influence, and that gives us elemental attack up level 6, apparently. Cool, and only 10 rubies now. Freaking sucks to suck, I guess. Also, let's see here. If I check the quests, nope. Let's see here. We're just curious what it gives there. 120 fame, so it wouldn't even be enough to rank up my thingamabob anymore. Wacky, man. Well, I may as well see the feats here. That's what we may as well do, and go ahead and yoink the thingamabob. Like that. Selling materials and using it. I don't even know what the path actions are, quite frankly. Guess I can look it up there. That's what I can do. Let's see here. And there we go. And get a little bit more fame for clearing chapter 2 there and stuff. Wow. A little bit of power. I have the power! Okay. Well, do we maybe want to do, so now we do, like, power chapter 2, I think? Bereft of his beloved Renew, Velnor has nothing left to lose, and so he resolves to stop Lord Tytos' vile scheme to employ the gamer girl bathwater once and for all. That's what we were joking about, right? Yeah, so let's go to Emberglow and have a look-see there. So let's see what's going on here in that case for chapter 2 of this. And I'll probably wrap up the stream in a stream. Unless this goes on so long that I won't even have the chance to go to Taekwondo. Do I even still want to go to freaking Taekwondo Day? I haven't gone in like a little while. You know, I was away in Italy and, you know, I hadn't gone a little bit before that. But I do also have some university stuff to catch up on. So maybe it'd be better even just having time to work on that. I don't know. I say as I'm out here streaming freaking Octopath. Yeah, undertake the quest. Catching up on some stuff. Alright, let's see here. The story so far. The hero, Tytos, leader of the Scarlet Wings and ruler of Emberglow. Whoa, that was weird. At the center of his ploy for power is the terrifying Bathwater. Meanwhile, Velnort is besieged by guilt. He agrees to produce the elixir for Tytos to protect his beloved Renew. But as his lies continue to grow, Renew decides to leave his side. No, this will never do. Let's call it a day, Jurgen. We ought to cool our heads. Maybe we missed something. Are you out of your mind? We're already behind schedule. If we don't finish this, I'll never be able to save my mother. Forgive me. I'll see ya. Okay, well, hi. How to do? And Harmonic, I have something to tell you. Will you hear me out? No prompt this time for yes or no. Tytos is scheming something. There's to be a ceremony for the opening of the Red Cathedral north of town. Many people will gather to celebrate the grand occasion. That's where he plans to shower the attendees with the gamer girl bathwater. After that, he's going to take people hostage and attempt to seize the Order of the Sacred Flame. For Tytos' power, I'm nothing. But if I can get the Order on my side, we can unite the people and overcome his might. Will you join me? What if I say no? You really are too gracious. Well. Oh, thank you. Tytos is sure to catch on to us if we linger here. What, at home? I need you to speak with the Knights Ardent. You'll find their garrison in the flatlands to the east of here. Hand them this document. At first I thought this said discount. It's proof of Titus's baleful plans. Okay. But yeah, it's his evil plot to spread the gamer girl bathwater around. I only hope the Scarlet Wings will be spared any more pain. And you as well, Jurgen. Well, let's go uncover this plot, I guess. Alright. Master of Power, Chapter 2. A Dream of Snow. Alright, Velnort's Testament we got. So, this away. Can I just check, like, world map and go there faster? I don't see the, thingamabob. Oh, wait, here. That's our Dant Garrison. Go here. Can't travel a place you haven't visited. Well, sucks to suck. Like, hold on. Because this is the Frostlands region. So should I just, like, fast travel to somewhere closer and then I'll be able to go over there? Maybe? Like, hold on. Hold on. World map. And then, will we go here? The Atropolis Plains? Yeah, Flatlands region. So go around here and then it should be a lot closer, right? Probably. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. We live in that universe. Oh, there's a thingamabob over there. What a world. Yeah, let's yoink the thingamabob. Maple log, sure. It's certainly something. I mean, there's some really wacky things out there in the world. I think there was this one meme that I was seeing online that was like some article talking about this guy that was able to make bank off of this one ad that he put in the newspaper where apparently this one guy a while back advertised a solar powered dryer and people would order it for like 50 bucks and when they received their package they'd receive a simple clothesline. Apparently the guy made bank off of the solar powered dryers. I mean, he's not wrong, you know. Oh, here's another Kate thingamabob. Do I want to be fighting the Kates out in the world? I don't know. Oh, maybe I should have gone to an inn just for like my SP after that last boss battle and stuff. You know, there are some crazy things out in this world, you know. It's kind of the case. I mean, there's a lot of instances of that. There's not just a guy. There's a you can say that about a lot of people for like the past several thousand years, quite frankly, is the case. That's definitely not just a one-off right there. And several people who have been killed over that, you know, like that is definitely not a one-off, is the thing. Like that, I absolutely believe that. There's some crazy thingamabobs there. But yeah, can't say for there's some crazy stuff. I'll just say I believe it. I'll just say I very much believe it. Pew pew. Well, when it comes to some wacky things out in the world, did you know that there is a such thing as a shipping ships? That's a real thing. Fun fact there. More maple logs. Wow, I feel so Canadian right now. Alright, yeah, Knights Ardent Garrison. Let's go. Where the heck was this? It has to be somewhere in the States, right? What the heck? The guy got killed by math cultists because he discovered irrational numbers, so you think anything could happen. Jeez. But I think you're just thankful we don't live in a post-apocalyptic world. I mean, we might not live in a post-apocalyptic world, but we do. You could make the argument that we already live in a world that could be interpreted as like a fictitious dystopian society. Is what you could make the argument for. With like how much of our world is driven by like algorithms that make decisions for us, and it's like, how much individuality do we really have? Like we all think that we have a lot of individuality, but how much do we really have when like so much decisions that we're coming to are things that, you know, we're being pushed to by like algorithms that are controlling our lives for us in a way, you know? Like, you know, how much, like what's happened to the world of free choice? Oh, thanks, phone. Where'd my volume go? Like, what's happened to choice is actually a serious thing to discuss nowadays. In fact, the upcoming video essay that I hope to publish here soon actually kind of delves into it a little bit, is the case. I don't know where my volume went. Like, what the heck? What even? If I just, like, close it and open it again, my volume's gone after that, apparently. Well, yeah, that's a silly case there. And yeah, I believe it if it was in Texas. I could stop the stop streaming there. Stop mirroring. And then do I have a charging cable around here? I think I have one in my backpack. Let's see here. Hopefully not have that happen again. I don't need to pull up my headphones. I just plug my phone into my PC. And then if I start mirroring again. If I start trying to do that. Yeah, trust this computer. Yada yada. It didn't show my passcode there, did it? It just showed, okay, cool, block that. I was about to say, that would have been really bad. That would have been downright awful right there. Would have been disaster. But yeah, people got more and more sensitive, especially on Twitter. I mean, that's also because platforms, like, are specifically geared to incite that, is the thing. Because, you know, the way that these algorithms operate is they want to elicit strong responses, is the thing, Rob. Hello, Moochie. It's just the Bill Nye the Science Guide lyrics. But platforms are literally designed to elicit strong emotional responses. So, like, you know, for an example from, you know, a shitpost kind of meme video online, for example, one example was like someone behind a desk representing newsfeed algorithms and, you know, presenting things to somebody and being like, oh, here's something that's like a whole bunch of puppies, and the guy's like, okay, well, that's certainly something. And then it's like, oh, and here's this guy that got, like, stabbed multiple times, and the other guy's like, oh my god, what the heck? And the newsfeed algorithm is like, oh, okay, you had a stronger reaction to that. Okay, I guess I'm gonna be showing you more stuff of that now. How about these thingamabobs? Because you showed a strong reaction to that. So, you know, platforms, you know, exist to maximize your time on them. So they do operate in such a way that they do try to elicit strong reactions, as well as show you stuff that they feel is most likely going to be stuff that you already agree with most of the time. So for example, if you live in a red state, you're more likely to be shown Republican content, and if you live in a blue state, you're more likely to be shown Democratic content. And it essentially creates these bubbles where, you know, any given area in the world that already believes like a particular thing is typically going to be led into believing it even more strongly with the way these algorithms are designed. And then when they stumble upon something that, you know, they don't agree with by chance, then it's like, oh my goodness, how could this blatantly wrong thing possibly even be something that someone considers to be the truth? What the heck? Because of being exposed to so much of stuff that they don't agree with there. There are some very interesting videos on this subject, and I plan on very soon here publishing a video essay on this subject myself, specifically talking about how the far future chapter of Live Alive discusses that. In fact, maybe I'll be able to post it this weekend. I just need to wrap up some things with it, is what I gotta do. But I do hope to publish it before the end of this month or like early next month. But I am straight up posting a video essay on that subject, is a thing, you know. So there's that, but this is straight up the way that these platforms are designed. So it's not that people are becoming more sensitive, it's that the platforms are designed to freaking divide people, that the system was basically rigged against you from the beginning. Everyone's constantly at each other's throats, but nobody questions the system. Just like it was in the far future chapter of Live Alive, where the crew was constantly accusing each other, but never questioning the ship AI. Make some interesting arguments. You know? What's wrong? Scared? Come and show me what you've got. And yeah, you should see the stuff that I receive in response to my Pokemon essays. At ease. What business have you here? Oh, you want the good stuff, the bathwater. Oh, okay. Good God. Scarlet Wings were established under the church to rehabilitate criminals. Lord Titos is even reputed to have reformed countless men. Allow me to hold on to this document. The church will ensure that any wrongdoings are punished accordingly. Thank you, brave traveler, for seeing this to me. You must be exhausted from your travels. Why don't you rest in Theatropolis? I'll make arrangements with the innkeep. May the sacred flame light your path. Dive into that dark place? What? The YouTube comments on my Pokemon essays? But yeah, I can't say I do. Let's see. Let's go to the inn here, I suppose. Whoops, I need to select the world map. That's what I better do. Yeah, go ahead and head over here. Boopity bop. Let's go over this way. And then go into the inn, is what we do. Let's have a little bit of a rest, how about? Welcome, you must be the traveler I've heard about. It must be something special to get the Knight Seal of Approval. Funny, you don't look as tough as I expected, though. Wow, rude. Oh, wow. They're the freaking bathwater zombies. Again, like, frame rate being weird as it streams from my phone. You've brought this upon them, Velnort. You'll pay for betraying Lord Titos, the greatest of heroes. So he's gonna be our boss for chapter 2, right? And then chapter 3 is gonna be like the actual antagonist of each of these routes. Any comment section, but definitely not in those videos either. God, I'm a headache just hearing about it, never mind reading it. Yeah. It's certainly something, I do have to say. Hey, did you hear what happened last night? There was a fire at the garrison. They say it was burned so badly, you can't tell the deceased from the debris. It was a stroke of luck you stayed the night, isn't it? In any case, the road to the garrison is closed now. You ought to get back to where you came from while you can. Okay. Well, report the incident to Velnort. Okay, I will do that. World map. Let's go report it to Velnort then. Is what we do. But yeah, there have been some very crazy mishaps in comments before. I still think one of the craziest situations that ever happened was when this group of kiddos tried to cancel me on Twitter because I responded to one of their comments. What did I even respond? Like, it wasn't anything like particularly rude or anything like that. It was just like a sarcastic twist of like their own words that, you know, basically illustrated why it didn't make sense, essentially. I don't even remember what the full context was, but somebody had said something that I think that they were saying like, oh, you it didn't lose its magic, you just grew up. And I think I had a response something along the lines of like, oh, they resorted to like bad business practices just because I specifically grew up. Yeah, good to know. It was something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was some sort of response like that. And they just freaking lost it immediately. It was like a group of like anywhere from like 3 to 5 people, something like that. I think it was like 5, something like that. All just started coming after me like full force. Like it was I forgot his name though. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna like, you know, name drop anybody. Even though, you know, people from that kind of situation would absolutely deserve it, but no, I'm not gonna be that kind of person. Because, you know, as a content creator, you wouldn't want someone to name you and be like, look how awful this person is. So I'll have the courtesy not to do that for other people, even if it's absolutely deserved. So, you know, I wouldn't do it, would be the case. But yeah, I had a group of kids, I guess, come after me and try to cancel me, essentially, and try to make me out to look like I was, you know, the biggest idiot ever, essentially, basically like a normal day on Twitter, essentially. And this happened on Christmas Day, of all days. So, you know, the only reason why I know what day it happened on was because it was literally Christmas Day that a group of kids tried to cancel me on Twitter. I heard the story before, it sounds absolutely awful. Yeah, it was a pain, and it kept on, like, cropping up from time to time for months, was the thing. Like, it's, yeah, there's that. So, you know, the garrison, reduced to ashes. This must be Titus's work. Yeah, there was that one of the interesting continuations of the story was there was somebody, like, there were a few instances of spies being sent into the Discord server to, like, monitor me and, like, look for the smallest instance of something that they could, like, catch me for to, like, cancel me over, I guess. But one of the spies who came in, acted like pretty normal for like a couple months, and then one day just like brought up that issue and was like, oh yeah, the one kid that came after you was manipulated into doing that by like the master manipulator person. And I was like, okay, do you have proof for this? Is this like, okay, I guess I could maybe take you at your word, I don't know, but like, interesting additional information. And then they just vanished. They were just gonzo. They were like a regular in the Discord server for like a couple months. And then after they did like the big reveal, aha, I'm part of this group that knows things. And this one kiddo is innocent in all the matter because they were manipulated. And then the person in question just like vanished from there. I've never seen them speak up again since then. I was like, oh, okay. Did you just try to get like buddy for a couple months just to like make your words have like be convincing, I guess, or something? I'm so confused. Like, that whole situation just like genuinely confused me so much. So there was just like this group of kids out there who I just lived like rent-free in the minds of for months on end. Like, it's crazy. All because I responded, like I did a sarcastic response to a comment that made no sense on one of my Pokemon videos. You know, so there was that. Can't believe they went through that much effort to get you canceled when there was little chance they would have ever even succeeded. I mean, you know, people love on the internet putting themselves on like the moral high ground over others. Like, it elevates themselves in a way, makes them feel good, you know? And some people really love that hit of dopamine, you know? And hello, Crack, and hope you're doing well today, and yeah. Damn it all. Once again, I played right into his hands. That acoustic harmonia nerd that I tried to cancel. This time, innocents paid for my folly with their lives. Forgive me. Let's find another way. Let's go to the tavern and see what we might glean. There must be some in this town who don't think highly of the Scarlet Wings. But yeah, like, freaking opinions like I would have on Pokemon are not the kinds of things that you can cancel somebody over, despite what some people may think. If somebody actually wants to freaking cancel me, like, you gotta try harder. Like, make up some story. Say, like, I met Acoustic Harmonia when he was at Fragapalooza. We were both at the event. And when we were both in the washroom, he didn't obey the guy code. And he went to the urinal right next to me, despite the fact that there was plenty other urinals. Like, you know, you gotta give it some zest. Gotta give it some creativity. You can't just be like, oh my gosh, he said something that I don't agree with, even though his version of things makes much more sense. Time to cancel, you know? Like, give it some zest. You gotta really give it some flair, you know? Is the case. Streaming Persona 5, we're also bored of watching that game. How much have you watched that game? It's my first time ever playing it, so I'm like super, you know, it's super new to me there. Armor said Pokemon lost his magic, and responding to your comment, it's over for him. Yeah, that there. And it's funny, everyone, I get the amount of comments that I get literally all the time to this day of people telling me that it didn't lose its magic. It's like, did you watch the video? Did you see what I define magic as? It's a variable. It's a placeholder to mean the creativity and interactivity that the series was so famous for. Creativity? The interactability and customizability. Creativity, my goodness, I'm getting creativity on the mind now. So essentially, being able to make a team of whatever 6 Pokemon you want from any Pokemon that exists, and being able to battle and trade Pokemon with anybody else with the same generation of games. That's what I define as Magic, just for like a placeholder, essentially. Just to be like, hey, just so I don't have to say the customizability, interactivity every time. Just so I can say Magic. And a lot of people would agree, like, okay, yeah, that is the thing that made Pokemon stand out. That's a thing that wasn't being done in other RPGs of the time, and what helped it, you know, stand out and take off into the highest grossing media IP, you know, was a thing, because no other RPGs of the time were doing that. So it's really what made it magical, I would argue. So that's what I defined as it's Magic. And there's so many people that just, like, I guess haven't watched the video or just didn't pay attention to it, that are constantly commenting, like, it didn't lose its magic, they're still amazing. It's like, you're not talking about, like, what I was referring to there at all. You've instead created your own definition and argued against that. Rather than, like, contesting my definition of magic, they instead make their own definition and assert that, and feel like they're on the moral high ground because they asserted their own completely different definition that has nothing to do with what I defined. You know, it's like, what even? And there have been some cases where I've told people that, like, bruh, you're arguing something completely different and unrelated to what I was arguing. I was saying nothing about how fun they are. I'm talking about the customizability and interactivity here. And I've had some people get really mad about that have told me, that's not actually the real definition of magic. You can't just change the definitions of things. There was one really funny case where I had somebody get really, really mad at me because I was apparently taking this, like, clearly established word that had, like, a clearly established meaning and just, like, attributing, like, a completely different meaning to it. This heinous act of trying to, like, redefine something that has a clear definition because, yep, magic is a word that has a clear definition that everybody agrees on. So I responded being like, oh, I'm sorry that this video wasn't the analysis of how Pokemon lost its ability to create illusions. Then as I looked up the dictionary definition of magic was like creating illusions. It's like, you know, sorry that this video wasn't how Pokemon lost its ability to create illusions, if that's what you genuinely clicked the video to find out. But, you know, you can tell that it's clearly one of those cases where they don't genuinely believe that, you know, you're trying to redefine dictionary definitions and, you know, don't genuinely believe that it's a bad thing that you're doing that. It's just that they need to not ever say that you're in the right. They always need to basically come after you for some reason. Always find that you're in the wrong for something, even if it makes no sense. And just dig themselves into a deeper and deeper hole that, you know, there's so deep of ruts that people will dig themselves into that make absolutely no sense in an effort just to not admit that, like, maybe he's onto something, you know, is the thing. But yeah, can't imagine them leaning over a table like, okay, you go into Discord, you tweet about him, you comment on his post. That's what this group did for months. One of your favorite things to do as a kid was trade stars over from Heart Gold, Soul Silver to Platinum, or vice versa, and play through with completely different starters. Can't do that anymore, though. Yeah, that aspect is just completely gone, is the thing. Which means that my argument from that video essay holds sound when you use the freaking variable that was a placeholder in. I have a whole folder on my, in my, drive here. That's just, like, some of the really standout wacky comments that I've, collected over time. Like, is this the definition one? Like, yeah, this is look at this here. Do I have a display capture 1 on this by chance? I have a display capture 2. I can add a display capture 1. Let's see here. Add existing display capture. Look at this. This was this. Can I move this down? Maybe move it to like here or something or other. No, move it further down to, like, come on, where's my display capture now? Here it is. Let's see here. So boopity bop, but it needs to be on top of the mobile thing is all it needs to be. Wait, where's the mobile thing? Gosh dang it, working with OBS, I swear. Gosh dang it. So it needs to be just on top of here. Okay, well, that blocks the backgrounds there. Just started the video. I definitely have a lot of problems with Arceus, yada yada. So this was on my Arceus video essay, where I just talk about, like, oh, my Pokemon lost its magic video essay, where I define magic as, for a lot of people, the magic of a game is predefined. Is it? Is it now? Can't just take a well-defined word and redefine it. That's like saying define a game to be bad if it has Pokemon in it. Arceus is then bad. Yeah, that's clearly what I said. Yeah, despite logically being correct, there's an obvious connotation here. Instead, I wanted to come to a review, have that reviewer define magic in a way that makes sense with our predefined notion, then explain why Arceus doesn't have it. It's like, wait, so you genuinely expected to watch a video on how Arceus lost its ability to do, like, illusions then, huh? So if we go to, like, magic definition, so this wasn't even in response to something, this was just, like, unprompted was the thing. So, like, let's see here. The power of apparently influencing the course of events using mysterious or supernatural forces. Use of magic worked by magic, wonderful, exciting. Like, hold on, dictionary.com. Yeah, you can see that I've clicked that link before because I was looking it up there. Like, what is the actual dictionary definition then? The art of producing illusions as entertainment by the use of sleight of hand, deceptive devices, etc. The art of producing a desired effect or result through the use of incantation or various other techniques that can presumably assure human control of supernatural agencies or the force of nature. The use of this art, magic, yada yada. So, this person is, like, really, really bummed out at me because they wanted to come to a review where the reviewer would explain how Pokemon Legends Arceus doesn't use sleight of hand and illusions to imply the supernatural. And discredits my review because I didn't do that. So, it really goes to show how people on the internet will get mad at you for literally the most nonsensical things you can possibly imagine. So, you know, there's that. There's that. So, this is what I responded there. Wait, it was predefined? When? I didn't realize I had some set-in-stone definition here. I mean, according to dictionary.com, magic is the art of producing illusions as entertainment by the use of sleight of hand, deceptive devices, etc., legend conjuring. I'm really sorry I didn't talk about how Legends Arceus doesn't have entertaining illusions. Big blunder on my part. I'll get back to you after I see Legends Arceus on stage fooling Penn and Teller. So, you know, I like to have sarcastic responses to people that don't make any sense. Is the thing. It looks like I did save their other response, but I, didn't black out their name. I'll show it, but I'll just black out the name really quickly, is what I'll do. Hold on. Because, again, you know, even though as funny as it would be to, like, display people, like, straight up for their silliness, you know, I'm not gonna be that guy there. Let's see here. So it's, wait, which number was this here? So this here, if I open this in Paint 3D and then I just black out the thing above. So I like saving these to my computer because, you know, they are thoroughly wacky, and then I get to show them on stream like this, and then we get to freaking laugh at silliness. Let's see here. Move it about. There we go. This is what they said there. It looks like I also already had a display capture there. Many words have multiple different meanings in different contexts. But apparently, magic isn't allowed to have this meaning in this context. Yeah, many words can have many different meanings in different contexts. But not this one! But, like, also sort of this one. Because magic has multiple meanings, but that specific one that you made in this video isn't one. That specific one isn't allowed. You know, so that's, you know, some people, you know, there's that. It's, you know, there's that thingamabob. So let's go back to some Octopath Traveler shenanigans. Anyway, let me just say, let me just put out there, I think it's very clear in some instances when some people were dropped on their head as a kid. And in other instances, it feels very evident when some people as a kid were thrown into the air, bounced off the ceiling fan, and went out the window. Anyway, this road is closed, none shall pass. Bishop of Flames Grace has come to see the new cathedral. At this point, I don't think I'm going to take one out tonight. I'll do a smidge more Octopath, and I'm gonna wrap up the stream after a bit, and then do like some university stuff. Oh my, what a majestic structure. The sacred flame has guided us to its grace. Even a sinner can spread his wings and fly, should he atone for his misdeeds in blood. I have imbued this cathedral with the teachings of my scarlet wings. I'm speechless before its grandeur. Now, regarding the matter we discussed, allow me to dispatch one of the scarlet wings for the task. The garrison's reconstruction must be quite the undertaking for you. Lataitos, your generosity knows no bounds. But truly, it was such an unfortunate accident. Yes, unfortunate indeed. By the way, will the pontiff himself be attending the ceremony? I fear His Holiness has other commitments that day. Commitments more important than the opening ceremony. Forgive me. I should be on my way. For now, it matters not. But well not. It is time at last that he, too, atoned for his misdeeds. Well, that ain't good.